Okay, we're back at it with another vlog. We have a special one today. We're going to talk about the biggest city here in Union County, which is Elizabeth. But we're not only going to talk about it like other videos, we're actually going to go into different neighborhoods in the city, explain why those neighborhoods are different, and kind of give you a quick description about it, and kind of talk about the real estate, talk about what you're going to find, the school districts, and pretty much what categorize each neighborhood as each.
And to us, this is a very important video because not only are we from Elizabeth, but Elizabeth is the hub for all of Union County, and it has so many various neighborhoods. All of them are so different. Over here you're going to get a mix of suburban life and urban life, and stay tuned.
So stick through the whole video. We're going to be giving a lot of information, and in the middle of the video we're going to give you some quick tips to know when you're moving to Elizabeth, so stay tuned.
All right guys, so right now we are at the Elizabeth Port. All right, one of the first neighborhoods here. It's the southeast part of Elizabeth, and this area is known for being commercialized, a little industrial. This is probably one of the biggest waterfront here. So we're at the waterfront, and this area is also known for being up and coming right now.
100%. And we're going to do a quick 360 right now, kind of show you what's behind us, and it's brand new constructions here. Those are all townhouses that were built in the last few years. And you can see the airport's very near, so you're going to be hearing a lot of airplanes coming along probably every few minutes. So it's very common here. And like Laura said, it's very industrial, very commercialized. And you're going to see that throughout this neighborhood. The properties here are a lot older as well. And there's a lot of kind of, like you can say, factories and warehouses in this area, especially because like you see behind us, one of the largest ports here. And not only that, you're also going to find a lot of things to do. Not as much as maybe like Peterstown's and more we're going to talk later on, but you're still going to find a few restaurants. Like one of my favorite Peruvian ones is here. It's called Tiburon, and it's literally an amazing Peruvian restaurant. They just recently renovated it, and it's really cool because you're going to be here, and even though we're going to be kind of the furthest part of Elizabeth, you're still going to get what you need.
The cool thing about this location is that we are so close to Jersey Gardens Mall, which is one of the biggest outlet malls here. We also have the IKEA, and what else do we have around?
And we also have like a nice amount of transportation as well. There's a bunch of buses that come here, and even to that mall, Jersey Gardens, there's a direct line from New York to that mall because a lot of tourists love going there. So this section is going to be kind of the more up and coming, like Laura said, a lot of newer constructions going around. But it's definitely not the nicest part of Elizabeth. It definitely has a higher crime rate here. It's been getting a lot better because of all the people coming here, but you're going to definitely see how much different it gets from this part to even Elmora Hills, which is on the other side.
This area has been, occupied a lot from people coming from Staten Island. Since we are so close to Staten Island, we're basically across from this location.
And even though we're kind of all the way southeast, there's still a few schools that you're going to find around here. You have Martin Luther King, you have School 8, School 7. You're gonna name them, you're gonna put them in the list of this video, but it's gonna change a lot. This is the most commercial and industrial part of Elizabeth, and even though a lot of people don't like it here, it's been getting a lot better in the past few years.
The condos, it's like a complex. They're beautiful, honestly.
We're gonna put some B-roll and kind of show you exactly those properties. Right now they're selling for the high 600,000s. They're only townhouses, kind of one families. That part of there is kind of a community as well, so you're gonna have your HOA fees. But we're also gonna show you this property we sold recently. It's on Front Street, which is the street in front of all of this. And that property was a 2-family, which is very common to find 2 families here. And it sold for $550, 2 bedrooms on the first floor, 4 bedrooms on the second floor. And pretty much we're going to show you some pictures, and that's kind of what you're going to find in this price range in this area. Okay guys, now we are in Peterstown, Elizabeth. It's going to be in South Central. We're going to be moving this down from the right side all the way going to the left side in a sense of Elizabeth. I wanted to start here is because right behind us, this little Italian spot has been there for over 100 years. Has the best Italian ices, and it's really known for that Italian feel in this kind of area. So
this town is known for what he just said. It has that Italian culture. They have the Italian festival here every year. This area is it's very urban. However, it does have a lot more single families than the port, even though it's known for also having a lot of multi-families. And in this area, what you're gonna find is that's very commercialized.
Yeah.
It has a lot of restaurants. We're right off Elizabeth Ave. That's all you're gonna find there is just a bunch of restaurants. This area can be a little more congested than the port area. Like I said, it's a lot of multi-families, and parking here is just very hard.
It's rough, and it's gonna be rough throughout the whole Elizabeth. But here's a little bit more, because there is a lot more traffic, especially because it's considered like the business district of Elizabeth. Because at Elizabeth Avenue, like Laura said, you're gonna find everything you might need. And here we're gonna start getting a little bit of a taste of the nightlife of Elizabeth as well. Like you can see right here, you have El Coyote, which is a kind of a little lounge club. You have Don Felix as well here as well. So you're getting that feel that's getting a lot more city-like and urbanized. You're gonna find here all the high schools, majority. You're gonna have the Elizabeth High School. You're gonna have all the different academies. There might be a one or two that are kind of in the border of the port, but it's gonna be mostly here in Peterstown. I think Peterstown is kind of what Elizabeth is known for, because a lot of people think about Elizabeth, they're gonna be thinking about Peterstown, kind of that Elizabeth Ave area. Coming from here, we're gonna go to Elmora. You're going to see how things change drastically, because from here to port is very similar. There's still a little bit more residential properties here over the port, but things change a lot to Elmora. One last thing before we leave, I want to mention that these kind of properties in these areas are ranging between the 600 to 700 for the two families. And what you're going to find here a lot is multifamilies, new constructions. They're going for 900, 1 million. And it's very common, because here in Elizabeth, that's where you're going to be finding it's like those multifamily homes. And one of the most important things about Elizabeth is the train station. And from this area to the train station, you're about maybe a 5 to 10 minute drive. It's located in Midtown Elizabeth, which is right next to Peterstown. Midtown is going to be Broad Street majority. All that is going to be considered the Midtown of Elizabeth. You're going to find a lot of different kind of restaurants as well, but mostly it's going to be kind of retail names like mom and pop shops. You're going to have the library there. You're going to have the courtroom there. You're going to have the hospital as well there, and the prison as well. So you're going to have the train station, which that's going to be in the center of Elizabeth Midtown. And we're not going to go to that area because it's just one street practically of just like a bunch of traffic and restaurants. We're going to have a bunch of B-roll, but we did not want to forget that, because it's a huge part of Elizabeth.
All right, so right now we are in my home neighborhood, Elmora. This is the Elmora section. We are in the west part of Elizabeth, and we are south from Westfield Ave, which separates it from Elmora Hills, which is another neighborhood, which is obviously right next to this one. What this area is known for, it's suburban yet urban. Okay, it's a mix of both. You're gonna find a lot of amenities here. You have Elmora Ave, which is a strip of right off Elmora Ave. It's gonna be a strip of local restaurants, local mom and pop shops. There is a big Spanish influence here. A lot of Colombian food. So if you love Colombian food, this is where you're gonna find it. And then also, you're going to have the plaza as well here, a small little plaza. And it's a lot of multi-families and a lot of single families, way more single families than where we previously were. The school here, we're going to find, right now, we are in Carteret Park, and that is School 14. That is an elementary school. I went to that elementary school. And then we also have Hamilton Preparatory Academy, which is also the high school I graduated from. And that high school is pretty cool because all the high schools here are different, but for that one specifically, it's a preparatory academy. If you like your kids, wearing uniforms, they definitely wear uniforms. Another cool thing about this area is that we are very close to Warenenko Park. So Warenenko Park is one of the biggest parks. It's the biggest park here.
I believe it's the biggest park.
Biggest park here.
It's not in Elizabeth, it's in Roselle, but it's pretty much categorized as a park that is for Union County in general. And I wanted to mention a few things kind of branching off what you were saying. This Elmora Avenue, it's like the heart of this Elmora section. It'll connect to Westfield Avenue with that street. It's going to get you to the train station for Midtown. And on the way there, there's going to be a street called Morris Avenue. That's not this Elmora section,
Right.
it's not midtown either. It's kind of in between.
It's like a sandwich. It's sandwiched in.
It's sandwiched in, but the reason I want to talk about that area is because you're gonna find a lot of the nightlife there and a lot more Hispanic restaurants as well.
Right. It's gonna be a whole nother strip of just straight restaurants. Also, a lot of Spanish food there. In this area, though, you're gonna find bus. You're gonna find the bus, Westfield Ave. It's gonna get you to the Garden State Parkway.
Right.
Like he said, there's no train here, but we are literally maybe like a 5-minute drive to Morris Ave, where the train station is gonna be.
So right now, Elmora, if you kind of want to like picture it in, it's in between Westfield Avenue and Rahway Avenue. Right. That's the Elmora section. The moment we get out this main street here, everything becomes super suburban. A lot of one-family homes, which is something that we haven't talked about a lot in the video because it hasn't been coming up a lot. But what you're gonna find here, these one-family homes, depending how renovated they are, is gonna be between the 450 and the 550 range. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, finished basement usually, nicer backyards because throughout the Peterstown and the Port of Elizabeth, there's not a lot of backyards, but here you're gonna get a lot more space. And it's really nice if you're trying to still be near transportation, still be near the nightlife, but want to have that quiet suburban area.
Right, and also it's less congested.
Yeah.
Okay, let me point out. Over the years, of course, when you come here, you can see the traffic change. It's like a lot of traffic now, but it's definitely less congested than Peterstown and the Port. All right, so right now we are in the suburbs of Elizabeth. We're in the Upper West Side. This area is called Elmora Hills. It's characterized by, the fact that it does feel very suburban here. It's very quiet. What you're gonna find here is bigger homes. The homes here are, larger colonials. You can find Victorians. You can find even Tudors here. The houses here sometimes they go up to $1 million.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a very, tight-knit community here. It's a very small area, and we're bordering Union as well. So it's very beautiful here. It's definitely quieter than the majority of the area. And then we're only like a 2-minute drive from Elmora Ave, where we previously were. Right. So you're not too far away from, all the amenities that Elizabeth has to offer. But then, coming here, you do get the suburban life, and that's something that a lot of people do look for. In terms of transportation, we are in close proximity to Westfield Ave. That's going to take you to the Garden State Parkway and other towns.
And the train.
From the train here, we're a little further. We're about like a 10-minute drive to the train station. So, it's going to be a little bit of a drive, but it's still very close proximity.
And you can hear, besides these cars that are driving by right now, but you can usually hear nothing. It's like very nice. And it's nice to know that if you want to live in Elizabeth, you have areas like this that are extremely quiet. It changes completely. And if you are trying to make that big move, we are a licensed real estate agent in the state of New Jersey. I'm Luca, this is Laura. We're the Lestrade team, your relocation experts here in New Jersey. And for you guys to know, every Monday and Friday, we're uploading videos about Union County. It's going to be one like this. We're going to vlogs. It could be a map video with just me, and I'll show you exactly where you can find the map, or educational, and we'll teach you things about Union County and what you need to know. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified every single time we upload a video, because even though we love making these videos, we like helping you out even more. So number's going to be coming up any second now. Make sure to give us a call. We are the people answering everything. But to get back into the video, this part, like Laura said, is right next to Union. So a lot of areas here are going to be Union and then Mora Hills. So you're going to get that feel. I personally kind of love this area because it's not congested. It's not congested. You're going to find huge houses, and something uncommon in Elizabeth has backyards, and here you're going to find huge backyards. Obviously, price range is expensive, but you're kind of paying for what you're getting. And besides the amenities you have in Elizabeth, since we're right next to Union, we're also going to have the amenities from there. We're going to be very close to 5 points of Union, which you're going to find the Galloping Hill Inn. It's like a catering, and you can also rent out for events. And you're going to have a cool Italian restaurants there as well. From there to here, we're probably like a 5 to 10 minute drive, so very close. So it's really nice to have the ability to have the city amenities and like a small town feel as well. Right.
And also, I just do want to point out, in this specific area, I know we've been talking about that, the other areas are a mix of suburbs and urban areas. in this area, it's really just going to feel like the suburbs. There is no multifamilies here. So if you're looking for multifamilies, this area might not be for you. But if you're looking for that single family suburban life with big homes, this is going to be the place for you.
And from here, we're going to go to our last stop. It's North Elizabeth. It's my favorite part of Elizabeth. It's kind of going to be a mixture of everything we've seen in one location, and I will see you right there. Okay, we're in the last stop where I was raised here in North Elizabeth. It's literally my favorite spot, not because I was raised here, but I feel like you're getting everything you need in one section. What you're really going to get here is a mixture of the multifamily homes, residential living, and you can see kind of behind me an example of that. And it's not as crazy as Elmora and Peterstown. It's definitely a lot more calmer, but you're still going to get a lot of the amenities. You have Stop and Shop very close to us. You're going to have also 1 and 9 very close. You're going to get access to not only to parts of Elizabeth, but many parts of other towns as well. You can even get into Newark here because we're really, really close. And one of the best parts about it, we're like a 5-minute drive from the Newark airport. So it's great for those commuters. And my favorite part is that you get your own personal train station here, North Elizabeth train station. So a lot of people that are commuting usually are going to the Central Elizabeth train station, but this North one is a lot calmer, and you have also access to the city from there. And a few other things you're going to find here, you have a big Portuguese and Brazilian culture. You're going to have delis, you're going to have little kind of Portuguese restaurants, and you're going to have a bar called Nugent's, which is kind of the only nightlife in this North Elizabeth section. It's right off Newark Avenue, and that's going to be pretty much the only nightlife. You're going to be very close to the center of Elizabeth, a quick 10-minute drive, but here it's going to be more of that suburban living with a mixture of the little bit of the multifamilies and bigger condominium buildings as well.
I personally have mixed feelings about North Elizabeth. I know he says it's calm. For me, it's a little chaotic. Right now, it is calm. It's daytime. But please come here at night. You will not find parking whatsoever. Yeah. Okay, it's getting very congested here. So,
it's a mixture. Parking is definitely a hard thing throughout the whole city of Elizabeth. It's not just here. It's pretty much everywhere except at Mora Hills. But it's been a lot more common because so many people have been relocating here, especially from New York City, that after 6, even 5 p.m., it's really hard to find parking. The cool thing is that a lot of these properties have their own garages and their own parking, so you can still find something that you might need. But overall, like we said before, every part of Elizabeth is a little bit different. Yeah. Here you're going to get the quieter living. You're still going to have schools. You have Robert Morris School 18. Right. You have academies right next to Stop and Shop. But you're not going to get maybe of the city life feel like you're going to get in Elizabeth Avenue or like the business district. So every part of Elizabeth is very different. That's why we want to make this video kind of pointing out exactly where you're going to find every part, because if you're moving to Elizabeth, you got to know exactly where you're moving into and what fit your lifestyle. So ending the video, make sure if you are looking to move to Elizabeth or any part of Union County to give us a call. Realist real estate in the state of New Jersey. We can get in a quick Zoom call, literally talk about what your needs are and pinpoint you exactly where you're going to be living in. So make sure to give us a call. Our number is going to be coming up any second now, and we'll be the agents for you.
Guys, and comment, which was your best neighborhood? What's your favorite neighborhood here in Elizabeth? We love your comments, so keep commenting and subscribing. That makes us really happy, and we'll see you next time.